The Story of Snow, The Science of Winter's Wonder. Look at those end pages. Aren't those snowflakes so beautiful? Our story starts on a winter day, high up in the sky, in a cloud that is very, very cold. This is the story of snow. Clouds are mostly made of air, which we can't see. Then there's water vapor, which is water in the form of a gas, which we also can't see. Why do we see the billions of tiny droplets of liquid water and ice crystals that float in the cloud? They reflect light, making the clouds visible. This is probably new information to a lot of people, and we're going to learn more about this in class. Snow begins with a speck. Clouds are mostly made of air and water, but there are also bits of other things, like tiny particles of dirt, ash, and salt. Even living bacteria can float in the wind and end up on a cloud. A snow crystal needs one of those specks to start growing. These specks are all much smaller than the eye can see, but if you could see them, so let's look and see how the illustrator zoomed in on those little specks and is showing us that those little specks could be ash or soot from a volcano or fire, a particle of soil, salt left over from ocean water that evaporates, grains of pollen from a flower, and bacteria from plant leaves. When I first read this book, I was so surprised with all of that. Snow crystals can be stars. One common snow crystal shape is the star. Star-shaped snow crystals usually have 6 arms reaching out from a center point. The center point is the home of the speck that started the crystal. The 6 arms look alike, but they are almost never exactly alike. And then let's read the captions that are describing the pictures that match the snowflake. Star-shaped snow crystals are called dendrites, which means tree-like. They form when a cloud is full of moisture and when the temperature hovers around 5 degrees. Snow crystals can be plates. Plate crystals are thin like star crystals, but they don't have arms. The simplest kind of plate is a hexagon with 6 straight sides. More complex plates have points where the arms almost grew. Simple plate crystals are much smaller than stars. They can be as wide as 1 millimeter, but they're usually a lot smaller. Look how they're showing the actual size of that snowflake. I think that's a great example so we can see how that snowflake, that plate is very small. That's probably why we don't see those often. Let's look over here at the caption. This is the simplest kind of plate crystal, a hexagon. Plates form when there is not enough moisture in the cloud for stars to form, and when the temperature conditions are a few degrees warmer or colder than the temperature range that stars require. The point on this plate crystal are the beginning of arms that were just starting to develop when the crystal fell out of its cloud and stopped growing. I think I'm going to need to start drawing some pictures, second graders, so I understand what's happening here. Right now I'm just learning all about the snow crystals, but I would like to know more. So now they're saying that snow crystals can also be columns. Column-shaped snow crystals are shaped like pencils. They're not flat like stars and plates. Columns can form high in the clouds and at very cold temperatures. They are very tiny, and when they fall, they make for a very slippery snow. And a column has 6 sides. These are the 3 types: a solid column, a hollow column, and a capped column. So once again, do you see that actual size, how small that is? That's why we also don't see those, because they're so small. They'd use a microscope to zoom in on these snow crystals. Capped columns like this one develop when a column crystal moves into a part of its cloud where the temperature is right for plates or stars to grow at the ends. The 2 end caps can grow to different sizes. Gosh, so I'm going to look back at the book. So let's see here. Snow crystals can be plates that look like that with 6 sides, and they can be columns. And I'm thinking about, they keep telling us that it happens because of the different types of temperatures. Is that new information to anybody? 6 is the magic number for snow crystals. This is because of the nature of water. Water molecules, the smallest unit of water, attach themselves into groups of 6, which usually leads to crystals with 6 arms or 6 sides. I bet that is very new information to most of you. A perfect star or plate snow crystal has 6-fold symmetry. That means if you divide the crystal into 6 pie wedges, each pie wedge would have the same shape. Can you guys see the 6 parts right there? We're going to be making these in class so we can learn more about it. Snow crystals are rarely perfect. So much can happen during a snow crystal's fall to Earth, it is rare that one will turn out perfectly. If a droplet of water passes close to one arm of a snow crystal, that arm can grow faster. Before long, the one arm will be a lot longer than the others. So again, it's all about the temperature of where the snow crystal is. We're going to stop here for today, and I want you to think, what did you learn while hearing this part of the book today? 3 cool facts that you learned about snow today. I'll put these pictures so you can look at them later.